Hello, hello. It is now 2022. It's 5:43 in the morning for me, January 1st. You already know the year. Um, and before I even dive into this, it's been an absolute honor. Uh, I've wanted to be a YouTuber since I was a kid. I tried making Call of Duty videos when I was 11 up until probably 15 or 16. Uh, and then on and off up until I was 19. I tried various other, outlets, we'll call them, League of Legends and blah, blah, blah. I would have never guessed that this was my calling, or any form of justice being given to me, let alone did I ever think I'd be in the stock market one day. Um, so it's been an absolute honor. And with what I have in store and the rest of the gracious team and what I'll now call family, even that have been helping me on and off camera, uh, we're taking over the goddamn game. So, with that being said, that will be made into another video to kind of explain that. I want to get to this. Harsh transition there, and my apologies for that. Bear with me. Actually, I got to go back to making a speech again. So the fractal theory, where do you even start with that? This has always been a science to me. This has never been about the price tag. This has never been about being right. Obviously, I like getting credit and blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, when you put the egos aside and we all realize what we're fighting for here, what we're trying to unravel, this seemingly monolithic, unfair, unjust game that has robbed every single one of us in the 99%, whether that's yourself, your brothers, your sisters, your cousins, your parents, your grandparents. This is more than just some form of stock to me. Stocks, GameStop and AMC. This is more than just some market to me. This is more than just some yield curve to me. I want to unravel the seemingly impossibly ravelable thing. I want to figure it out, and I will die trying. I will be looking at this chart after whatever ends up happening, still trying to piece it together, even if it's already been pieced together. I will forever be looking at patterns and correlations and trying to reduce to some scientific approach with reproducible, consistent mathematical equations. That's what I'm going for. There's a lot of noise in the picture. There's a lot of noise on both sides of the equation, of all of the equations. And forever, for the rest of my life, will I have the curiosity and the utmost questioning to figure out what happened, whether it's with the meme stonks, 2008, it doesn't matter. So, for whatever you regard the fractal theory with, I ask that you please, please, please understand that this, to me, is just like being a meteorologist. Some people trust meteorologists and some people don't, and that's fine. That's your prerogative. But please don't treat genuine and authentic hard work and curiosity as some joke or he's just trying to get attention. I have spent almost going on a year now, actually, just about, trying to unravel this. So please, what I'm about to show here, again, is purely scientific. This is the scientific method being employed in the most brute forceful way possible. I need help. I need assistance. I need anyone who has the same fervor of curiosity as I do to please help me piece this together, because I think I found something. This blue line is AMC's price. This is on the 2-hour starting August 5th to present. This bottom line is, I'm not sure what the easiest or most concise way of explaining this is. Think of this as the efficiency of each share in circulation, as well as the velocity. And by the way, a huge salute to Mr. Jim, Uncle Jim, Bam, whatever you want to call him. He has always been a very he has been like a father to me in this. There has been a lot of lessons that he's taught me. And he's always just let me pick his brain. And because of that, I want to also use the word of not only the efficiency of each share, but the velocity of. It's a two-sided equation. You have the velocity of movement throughout a chart, but that velocity is contingent upon some efficiency. Because if you can move 100 miles an hour for however long, it comes down to how efficient your fuel source is that ultimately determines and allows you to extrapolate as to how much distance you're going to get at that velocity. And it gives you a curve if that velocity is variable, in which we call that acceleration. Anywho, let me cut to the chase. This is all scientific. This is not a guarantee. I was just with Trey actually the other day, and I said, Trey, if this thing hits $30 tomorrow, I'm going to lose my shit. And it did. That was 2 days ago. Please pause the video. Pause the video. And yes, it's not one-to-one. It never has been. That's never been the point. The fact is that it seems like I have a way now to predict ranges based off of concrete numbers here. And yes, I know the share price isn't what anyone, I think, would agree to. The short interest isn't anything anyone would agree to. I understand, and I will forever fall back to my logic and rhetoric of this debacle because I'm just as frustrated as you are with this. So please allow me to enunciate the following. It is not the data that I'm concerned about. I always assume the data does not have integrity. It is not the data that I'm concerned about. It is the behavior of it. So when I can have two pieces of public data that are relatively reliable, given that this is public exchange data, both volume and price, which is actually all this is really accounting for with a little bit of a twist, then if I can create consistent, reproducible forecasts, which this is what it appears to be doing here, then that's all I'm worried about right now. For us to be able to prove that supposed data with supposed allegations of not having any validity to it, you first need to have a concrete basis for that. And I think this is one of the biggest first steps. My conclusion here is there's about a 1 month leading indicator here. The weighting is something I'm figuring out because I have this first piece right here that maps to this entire section and then quickly catches up in the next piece. And then it gets back on track to being 1-to-1. This is leading by about, if I take this top right here of September 29th, it leads to October 18th. So almost 30 days. I think this has to do with failure to delivers. Again, this is why I need help. If you keep digging even more, look towards the end. And this offset of a 1 month quasi-predictable range holds itself throughout all of this. The weighting is distorted sometimes as to how much time is involved in the expression of the forecasts, the actual price being reflected. But the way that I think I can get a relatively confident basis of if this is working completely yet or not is what we see Monday. Yes, I know, I'm saying Monday again. Blah, blah, blah. I'm an optimist and also a cynic. If we take today, which is December 31st, so market opens June 2nd? Or January, fuck me. January 2nd, or no, January 3rd, 4th? Okay, so we're gonna offset this by a month backwards because we're assuming with the price, which is present. So to lead with that, we have to take what's relatively lagging. In English here, sorry. We're gonna go back to December 1st. So roughly within this range. And this is what it looks like it's doing. if we start to see the price reflect like this, which what's even more uncanny, and when I say this, I mean everything from here. What's even more uncanny is that this is the late May fractal. This is the pattern that showed up right before the launch going into June, which I'll scroll over to real quick. This right here, it's pretty distinct. Sharp rise up, top out, retrace like 10%, sustain, come back down for an accumulation, and then launch. That's what this is presenting right here. You run up, here's your sharp top, fall down, accumulate, and then launch again. And because this is, I'm assuming, on a micro interval, you're going to see that repeated as a grand fractal, so to speak, a parent fractal. If this is what our price action starts to look like going into the new year, I think we have a case for this. So please, if you'd like to help, I'm going to link the Discord with a working link. Follow me on Twitter, or you don't even have to follow me. Just tweet me on Twitter. Send me a DM. This could be something big. Thank you for being a part of the ride.